Thank you for Patreon now for donating to the Patreon.
Hey guys, it's Vanity. Ezel back with another card fight Vanguard Ezel and the Vanity weekly review. If you guys enjoyed them, like, comment, subscribe, and 1 star, shall we? This time we are covering the, new reveals for the Key to Sanctuary deck, because we have the Key to Sanctuary deck finally done, and accordingly, today we're supposed to be getting reveals for, trying to remember what it's called, Drajeweld. Not its name, but close enough. The thing from Dark States. Obviously, it's going to be late in the video. I don't clearly know what it is right now because I'm recording this on the Monday, the day before it comes out. So we'll figure it out at the end of the video. But for now, let's go ahead and go over the cards we do know. So first up, we have there's a bunch of cards for the Key to Sanctuary, Witch of Contract Fektir. I want to let this be clear. I feel like the Key to Sanctuary trial deck is better compared to like all the other trial decks. I feel like Bushy stepped up their decks because there's no way in hell these things get cards with all of them having skills, no vanillas flat, and it feels like, to me personally, they kind of don't need the booster because the deck's already consistent with just the trial deck, and I'm questioning why. Like, it doesn't feel like it's missing anything. I mean, yeah, it feels like it's missing Skyfall Arms because we know it exists, but if you didn't tell me Skyfall Arms exist, I would say it's not missing anything. So anyways, Fektir is a great one with boost, 5k shield, 6k base. Auto was discarded from your hand during your rat phase and may call it to rear. Okay. It's good. It can really be used with any of the ride lines because, yes, well, it has to be during the ride phase specifically. So after you get your full ride deck out, it's pretty much useless unless they make a card that's at the start of your turn, discard one, which I, for some reason, now starting to think maybe that's what Skyfall Arms does from off of one card, which is just a guess. It's a free call, which is nice. You can definitely run it in blasters, specifically Blaster Dark with the Vanguard, and then like discard it so you have fodder for Blaster Dark. Either way, it's just a nice grade 1 that you can use for discard fodder. So I think it maybe is a 2 over 3 of in a deck if you really choose to run it, just because that's a free plus, but otherwise it's kind of like not worth it because it only works during the ride phase. Then we have Internalize Mage, grade 2 intercept, 5k shield, 10k base, act rear once per turn. If you have a Vanguard with Youthberg and its card name, counterblast 2, and this unit gets plus 10 for the turn. Cool, that's easy because regular Youthberg doesn't cost counterblast, neither does his evolved form. We have no idea what the fuck Skyfall is gonna do. If Skyfall ends up not costing counterblast either, it better cost something, because otherwise I'm gonna say Youthberg is the freest deck possible, and in that case, you can kind of run whatever the hell you want in terms of cost, and Youthberg will probably fix it, because Youthberg has no cost to any of his 3 skills. So getting a free plus 10, like even if it's a counterblast 2 to do it, in the deck where the main grade 3 has no cost whatsoever, that's just a good 4 of. That's not even an argument. Like, actually, it's a good card, so 4 of. If the Vanguard had a counterblast skill, then I'd question it, but not here. Then we have Dark Green Guardian Patoriya. So he's not our first card that we've seen from set 6, but I think he's the first second Stoic Chaos card. No, first Stoic Chaos card we got from set 6. Grade 2 intercept, 5k shield, 10k base. Continues guard circle. If you have 5 more units, he gets plus 5k shield. Okay, 10k shield. He looks like a Neo Nectar card. I know I shouldn't be trying to decipher what the grade 3 for Neo Nectar is going to do based off a common that just happens to have a really generic skill but looks like a Neo Nectar card. But I'm going to just say, well, no, because it's the Neo Nectar Rideline, so it's probably going to be focused on spamming rear guards. You know, I'll keep my thing to myself for now. I'll say it if I can figure it out. So it seems like an okay card. Don't know what Leonel's going to do, but let's just say for the grade 3 of Neo Nectar, let's give it a 2 of. Then we have Bad Dream Full of Sweets. So grade 1, normal order. Counterblast 1, play this card, draw a card, look at the top card of your deck, put it to top or bottom. Sorry, not put it to top or bottom. Either put it to top or discard it. So, benefits to this. It's a draw, and then you can get a free mill or keep the thing on top. So if it's a trigger, it gets to stay there. Downside is, it is a counterblast to play. Not really an issue in Zorga, or at least not too much of an issue. Me personally, I end up having way too much counterblast at the end of the game. Now with the news order, I definitely have too much counterblast. My thing with Sweets is, I don't know. I don't like this order. I don't know why I don't like it. I just don't get a good vibe from it, but it seems good. Seems like a good plus. I get a 2 of if you choose to run it, but that's because I put all my orders at 2 of, so fair enough. Then we have Night of Separation Roger, grade 2 intercept, 5k shield, 10k base, auto rear when your Vanguard is placed by the Revolve Just ability, counterblast 1, he gets plus 10. Cool! So not only is he useful in the trial deck, but he's also useful outside of it, unless Skyfall Arms for some reason doesn't require them to be placed from a Revolve skill, because not only does, Protofall ride during the battle phase, so you can swing with the Vanguard first, give your triggers, etc., do the superior ride, but then you can counterblast 1, this boy will get another plus 10, and it's not once per turn, which is why I'm thinking Skyfall, instead of actually riding to a something with Revolve Dress in its name, and it instead rides into a Protofall. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. And you'll get a Persona ride during the battle phase, and then you can do it again. Or maybe, like, he prevents you from using Revolve Dress twice per turn. But, like, that's what I think it's going to do. I'm 95% sure I'm wrong, but if it does, I'm going to laugh my ass off. Because I guessed it off of, like, one card. So, good. Roger's a good card for the power in the battle phase alone, especially because, like I said, no counter blast from the main grade 3. So I give him a 4 over, like, a 3 of in the deck. Then we have my favorite card in terms of art, Knight of Passage, Cadwalla. Not so sure if that was just a misprint on like the Discord message I got, or that's actually how you're supposed to spell it, because I've never seen an A and an E look like that. But whatever. Actually, I don't think that's an... It kind of looks like an A, but it kind of seems like an upside down E. Anyways, auto rear. At the end of the battle, it attacked a Vanguard. If you have 4 or more units, this is Keter. It's knockoff Paladins. It's easy to get at this point. Soul Boss 1 retire itself. Look at top 3. Choose up to 1 grade 2 or greater from among them. Reveal it, add it to hand, and shuffle your deck. If you did not reveal a card, draw a card. Again, good card for a trial deck. Like, yeah, you're losing a rear guard, so you can't use it more than twice. Granted, I question how you would use it more than twice, all things considered, but whatever. Actually, no, you could technically use it more than twice, because if you had another one, then yeah, you could do it. Anyways, it gets you a grade 2 or greater, so it can either get you another copy of it, it can get you maybe this thing, another grade 2, maybe it can get you Protofall of Skyfall Arms once we learn what Skyfall Arms does. Hell, it could get you another Revolve Dress, so you can actually be able to Revolve Dress using Protofall skill. All around, Cadwalla is a pretty good card. It's a good searcher, I would call it. It's nice. I like it. Only downside is it would probably have to attack before the Vanguard if you like didn't have something in hand that you could Revolve Dress with. But all around, I think it's a good card. And it's not just Revolve Dress. It can be good and can be good in other stuff too. But I do just personally think it's better than Revolve Dress. So 4 of, it's just a good grade 2. Then we have Stardiness Dragon, grade 2 NSF 5k shield, 10k base, auto, and intercepts. If there is a Revolve form in your soul, he gets plus 10k shield for the battle. Okay, my opinion. Doesn't need it. I've played the deck. Doesn't need defense. Really doesn't. I mean, I took it out almost immediately because I was just outpowering. Well, not outpowering, but definitely out. Well, I don't want to say rush or maneuver, but you get my point. Like, free Vanguard attack, swings at face, you go first, fuck you. And if you go second, well, it's even easier because you get the first attack. So, like, in my personal opinion, Star Readiness is not needed, but it's the trial deck card, so, you know, standard thing about trial deck, show a bunch of cards that have shield in them, so, if you choose to run it, I think it'd be a good 2-of, because it's just a free 15k shield, but my personal opinion, it doesn't need it at all. Then we have, again, questioning why, like, in my opinion, such good cards are going into this. Normal order, the drive to crush the heavens, if you have a Vanguard Revolve Dress ability. Okay, so while it is a grade 2 order, which makes me very skeptical of something, and I'm really curious now if we're gonna get a grade 2 that can do this, but I doubt it will. But if for some reason we get a grade 2 that has Revolve Dress, I'm calling it now, just based off the grade of this order. I know we're not, but if we do, fuck yeah. Anyways, Boss want to play it. Search after 1 Youthberg Revolve form Zest, reveal it to your opponent, add it to hand and shuffle your deck. Okay, I don't doubt for a second that Zest is the not the only one that's going to be a Revolve form card. I'm willing to bet right now Skyfall Arms doesn't actually allow you to Superior Ride, which I highly doubt it will. It will end up giving us a separate Youthberg to get. I highly doubt Bushy would just stick it to the trial deck one. If they do, I don't understand why, but I just assume they're going to give us another one. But either way, it's interesting how it specifies Revolve form Zest. I do genuinely think it probably just been Revolve form in general, but that's either a statement that it is going to be Zest is the only Revolve form for a long while, or the fact that for now Zest is going to be just the main thing until the booster set gets out, like something to make you think it's going to be there for a long while. That's my idea of it anyways. I do like to Drive the Crush to the Heavens. It's a good name, good looking card, like its skill, makes me speculate a lot about this thing, all around good thing 3-of. Then we have Steel Armed Dragon Vulcan, grade 2 intercept, 5k shield, 10k base, activate rear once per turn, Counter Boss 1, choose your Vanguard, gets plus 5 for the turn. Okay, no, I cannot see, well, I would argue Eugene, but Eugene, from what I've seen from other people and from me, I've seen that it uses more Counter Blast of lately, so I don't think Vulcan's for that. Obviously, I don't think it's for Basvagra. I don't think Nirvana needs this at all, because Nirvana is just better than this, and yeah, I don't even think Tamayura needs this. I mean, I guess I could see Tamayura using it, and I guess I could see Eugene using it, but no, just nah. Unless there's like some predetermined history for the next Rideline of Dragon Empire, but I highly doubt it. So if you want to run it, I give it a 2 of, but otherwise I don't give it anything but that. Okay, so now we have more Stoic K reveals. So first up we have Spree Vesper, grade 2, intercept 5k shield, 8k base, continues rearguard during the battle that it attacked a grade 2 or higher Vanguard, gets plus 5k power. Okay, it's a free 5k, so it's a 13k swing. So the good news is it doesn't need a booster to hit a Vanguard. Downside is it only works if they're a grade 2 or greater, which means if they have a grade 1, this is like your worst option to rush with because it's just an 8k vanilla at this point, and it's just a grade 1, and it only works against grade 2 or greater, so like, I don't see the purpose in this unless the Stoic K grade 3 allows for you to change your opponent's grade, which I think would be a cool mechanic, just because like bringing back Steel Vampire, and I really loved Steel Vampire back in the OG, but I don't think that's going to happen. Frankly, if she does end up changing the opponent's Vanguard's grade, I greatly question why, but sure, whatever. All around Spree Vesper, like, it's a rare is the thing. Like, that's what makes me think that it might just be a Vanguard changer, but I'm not so sure. So, Spree Vesper is okay. I'm not going to say run it. I'm not going to say not run it. Maybe a 2 of or a 1 of tech, but it's a questionable card at that. The card I do question more, though, is Soul Set Adrift. Grade 3, normal order. It's a rare until end of turn. When you would move or swap rear guards during your main phase, you may also move them between rows. This is not a good card. If you know what I'm referring to, there's that one Stoic K card that was like, you can move columns and rows. It was a grade 1. So here's the pluses and minuses to this, comparatively. So the grade 1 is a unit. So you can actually call it and be aggressive with it and defend with it. This one you can't do any of that stuff with, and it's technically a once per turn because you have to place it on the board. I mean, it's not really because it applies to the whole turn, but you get what I'm saying. As for the other one, it actually stays on the field and can do something useful for you after it's placed. And as for Adrift, I mean, I guess it can't be retired because it goes away the second you use it, unlike the girl, but still, I don't know. I think the girl is just inherently better. Now, like, if the girl is expensive or, like, all copies of it are sold out, then I can see Bushy's reason for doing this. Like, oh, let's give them another thing that does the exact same thing because now we can't have that one card. So we might as well reprint it in a different way, except my argument is Zorga doesn't need this at all, and because you can just nuke your rear guards, call them right back, and pay literally nothing to do so. I mean, that's what I do, and I have yet to have a problem with it. Flagberg doesn't need this at all. Flagberg would be better off with the grade 1, and same with Magnolia. So, again, cannot see this being useful unless, like, that new grade 3 is hiding something up its sleeves, but I don't know, maybe you run it as a 1 of tech? But I can't even tell you to do that, so do as you wish with this card. And I've never found out 2 reviews, just like the last few ones. This is a live reaction because I haven't read all their skills yet, but I've read some of their skills. So first we have Julie's Drake. Okay, grade 0 boost, 5k shield, 6k base, auto when wrote upon, draw a card if you win second. Standard starter ability, I suspect about it. I do like its art though. I think it looks cute and cool at the same time. Definitely a starter I probably use more often. Then we have Jewel Core Dragon, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Auto when it's wrote upon by Demonic Stone Dragon Jewelneel, call it to rear guard. Okay, so when it's wrote upon by the specific Rideline card, call it to rear. Okay, and then auto rear when it attacks or boosts, this unit gets plus 5 for the battle. At the end of the battle, move into soul. It's a mandatory effect. Okay, downside is because of how its ability is mandatory, that either means you're not boosting on the turn you call it, unless you really want to get that soul. So most likely it's not going to go off, or like you're not going to boost it, but that's a free 13, which will then go to soul, which means your soul will rack up slowly. So I do like Jewel Core Dragon. Definitely it's going to make Chaos more better. Alright, I think his skill is actually really good. The only downside is that he has to be wrote upon by a specific grade 2, but let's be fair, we also have this coming. So I actually like him, and I think he would deserve more room in the deck, so probably 3 of in the deck. And then we have Demonic Stone Dragon Jewelneel, grade 2 intercept, 5k shield, 10k base. Auto Vanguard when his attack hits a Vanguard Soul Charge 1. So he's taking the Selfish Engraver skill. That's pretty good. Okay, fair. And then auto when he's wrote upon by a unit with Drajeweld in its card name. Yep, we're getting more than 1. Soul Charge 1, and if your soul has 3 or more different grades, draw a card. So interesting that we're getting... So this is the... So the soul's going to have different grades and not rear guards. The thing is, that's so easy to hit because it counts himself too. So if you have himself, this, and this in soul, you just get a free draw. That's really good. I like the soul charge aspect. I like the draw aspect. It's a nice grade 2. I think it's really good. Maybe not in the main deck at all because you can just use Selfish Engraver in response, but I do think he's really good. I like him. That's one of a good ride skill.
And then we have the card that I've seen a little bit of, but not read all of it. Jewel Embracing Dragon Fang Drajeweld. Grade 3, 200 persona, 13k base. Continuous, when this card would be wrote upon, it would also be regarded as Cursed Gem Dragon Drajeweld. Yes! Fuck yeah, that means we're getting either a grade 4 or grade 3 that also has that name, just like Skyfall Arms and whatever the one for Stoic K was. So that's amazing. All of them have that skill, so that's nice. So interesting that all of the units have had Persona Ride based skills. Fair, but anyways, his other skills. Auto Van, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, so it has 4 cards of different grades. Okay, so once you Persona Ride, you have an automatic 4 cards of different grades. Shoot over your opponent's Vanguards, and until end of turn, it's increase or decrease its power to 1. So that's what people meant, Dust is back. This is just straight up Dust. And if your opponent's Vanguards are grade 3 or greater, this unit's critical gets +1. So it's decreasing until the end of turn. Interesting. That's such a power decrease. And then you get a crit, combine that with Persona Rides? Whew, that's a threat. I mean, granted, they can increase, but still. Damn, that's good. No, I actually think that's really good. And then auto continues where if you Soul Blast 4 more this turn for a cost ability, it has to be at the same time, it gets +5. So if you use the Vanguard skill and then you had a second one on rear, the rear guard one will get +18. Okay, that's fair. So all around, I mean not +18, it will go to 18. So that's really good all around. It has a good supporting rear guard skill. It has a good, like, just flat number skill. I did not expect this is what it would do, but I think it's actually really good, that extra crit that it can gain. Well, I was right about the extra crit, but I was also not expecting them bringing them down to 1. Damn, that's actually really good. I like this card. I cannot wait to see it get used in the anime, and I'm kind of interested in using it now. So yeah. And then we have news on a new Brandt Rideline. Yep, there's a set order, but I gotta admit I think it looks cool, so I'm looking forward to this one. This one, no. This guy, no. This one I'm actually looking forward to. And without further ado, I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed all of them. We got some pretty interesting reveals. I'm definitely not more interested in Drajeweld than ever. I think he looks cool. I like his skill. Cannot wait to see how this boy works. So, if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, follow Twitch. I'll see you on this one. Don't forget to stand up your Vanguards.